So I might have to change some mic settings part way through the stream to see if I can get rid of that sound, basically. Anyways, so I guess we'll just switch scenes. Okay, so here we are. Now this is a little bit different than normal. This is what I'm talking about. We're doing a hand cam again. So last time we did a hand cam was the very first stream that I worked on this particular project. This redesign for a cover for Pokemon Black. So once again, the backstory is I got this game used, clearly, and it came without a cover. This and one other game I have that don't have proper paper cover anymore. So I decided that I was going to get creative using my many years of graphic design experience, aka only like 3 and like in school, but graphic design experience nonetheless, to make to remake the cover for our Pokemon game, which I am very, very excited about because it's nice. I'm very, very, very excited. Last week we finished coloring our dragon, our legendary, or finished coloring and drawing our legendary Pokemon, which of course is Reshiram, and I have opened to the page the rough sketches that I did in preparing for how we were going to draw them. And once again, we are doing this hand cam pre-drawing again with what's it called? But this time we're dealing with the logo. So there is one thing I know for sure is that I'm never going to be able to create a more iconic logo than the Pokemon logo. But I can, create a logo that, is mine for my unique game cover. Okay, so another thing I did before the stream started is I printed off the actual logos for Pokemon Black and Pokemon, or just Pokemon, so that, we can take a look at what we're working with. Because, of course, this Pokemon Black is just somebody wrote Pokemon Black. And then, of course, we have this game, and I didn't necessarily need the Pokemon logo attached, but these were stuck together on the same image, so I was like, this is fine. So basically what we're doing is we're coming up with a logo design for our Pokemon game, where I'm gonna be live drawing this a little bit. I'm gonna close my keyboard, actually. I have my keyboard open, which kind of like pushes me a little bit further away. Like, I have to reach my arm out all the way just to be on camera. So, also water. There we go. Yes. So, of course, we have a reference of what the current or the official logo is for our project. I'm just gonna scooch my chair more. Scooch my chair in so I can sit a little nicer. And now the mic's kind of behind me, so I move the mic a little bit. I spent all this time setting this up, but I didn't consider that I probably should be sitting a little bit further or closer in. But of course, I am one, if not for coming up with terrible ideas. And I do have a sweater. It's a bear sweater, and it's got ribbons on the sleeve. It's so cute. Little pom-poms. Don't really see them, but pom-poms. Everyone loves pom-poms. Anyways, so Pokemon Black. How do we create a logo that at the very least is passable? Like, I don't think the Pokemon Black and White logos are necessarily outstanding, but there's absolutely no way I could ever create a better Pokemon logo. Okay, well, we're just gonna start by writing our what we're looking at. Okay. But one thing I do want to consider before anything else is kind of how you can have your logo styles. Also, they don't tend to use the word version anymore. Oh, and I should apologize for the fact that everything is backwards, especially this, just everything. So people watching this are gonna be like, "Well, that's backwards." I know. That's kind of the risk. Kind of the risk. Why does that N look like an M? Oops. Pokemon. Pokemon. Pokemon now. There we go. Ignore that one. Okay. So, logo. How do we make a logo? I know how you make a logo. It's just, oh, it's hard when you're not making up a logo that is, you know, for this. I don't know. How did I want to even put that? I don't know. But, okay, so the current logo, very blocky. And one of the things I did with our remake drawing of Reshiram is I had a little more smooth curvy. So what if we go more curly? That does not look like it. That does not work. Admittedly, when I was doing, you know, logos in school, I was usually not just drawing them beforehand. I was just drawing them going straight onto the computer. But I figured I need to actually do this because this is what they told us to do. Like, you need to brainstorm your logos a little bit. Okay, one thing we can do is kind of like take some shape from how Reshiram looks, or the Pokemon that's going to be on the cover. And maybe we can add some of that to the shape of the letters. Like if we take Reshiram, and then that could be part of the B. Is that a good idea? I don't know. This looks so weird. Oh. I hear a lot of banging outside. I'm a little bit concerned because if they start doing or cutting, chopping of tree again, then I'm gonna have to turn up the everything trying to make this work so that it's not too loud. Okay, well, we're just gonna finish drawing the logo for an idea. These are very bad letters. Don't worry, when they get on the computer, it will sound a little better. So one of the things, of course, as you can see that I was thinking is maybe we use Reshiram's hair and Reshiram's head in the logo somewhere. Because if you look at a lot of the Pokemon games now, you do get some of that, like a little bit of the shape of the Pokemon. Like going back here and looking at the Soul Silver. It's a small detail, but on the corner right here, you see this. It's actually very, very close to the shape of Lugia. It is definitely supposed to be Lugia, and it also looks a little bit like a teardrop if you look at it too. See, this is why I was not necessarily looking forward to trying to do a logo for this project, because frankly, the Pokemon logo This one is absolutely too iconic, and there is nothing I could do about it. No way I could make anything coming close to this. And then these ones are just so clean and nice. We'll probably drop the version. Maybe I should just jump right to the computer, forget the hand cam, forget my struggles, pretend this part never happened. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is good to like do some brainstorm. So, sure would have helped if I played the game a little bit. Yeah, I haven't actually finished or played Pokemon Black. I bought it, but there was complicated story. I don't want to go into it. Anyways, okay. I do know Pokemon Black mostly takes place in the Unova region is city. So what if we take the word black and then it's kinda like the city? What if the A is those little dots in the A? Can't really see them. Or a building. The windows in a building. Can I move my camera? That's probably a bad idea to do it right on stream. Yeah, okay, I changed my mind. Bad idea. Bad idea. Don't do what JoJo does, because JoJo don't know what she's doing sometimes. I guess it is a little bit closer, but, you know. But if the A, like a building. See, this looks a little bit more like a building. And then we've got big windows or something. That kind of looks like an A if you think about it. I feel like that's a stupid idea, though. Just because the game takes place in the city does not mean I need to make the logo look like a city. Just an idea. Brainstorming phase is supposed to get rid of all the bad ideas, so you're left with only the reasonably doable ones. Actually, that kind of looks like a little guy now. Kind of looks a little bit like an Among Us, but I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I did, but I didn't think I was going to in this stream. What if this just, instead of logos, it just becomes a doodle-a-thon? If there's one thing I'm good at, it's doodling. Doodling, it really is. But I don't think that we want that. Or, not that I don't want that, that sounds fun, but what I want is to work and continue the project in a reasonable fashion. Okay? Okay. Black doesn't give you much to work with either in terms of like the word itself or white. There's just colors. And if we take things associated with those colors, like black is the if we're taking things that are associated with black, it's like death and gothic architecture. Goth. And stuff like that. That doesn't give you much to work with. Cause this is difficult. This is difficult. Now, I do think I like the idea of having something a little more, rather than, of course, with the dragon that I drew. Maybe I should have just printed off a picture of that as well, so that we could see what he looked like. We'll just flip the page real quick. So, our dragon kind of looks like this. Curvy, flowy, and stuff. So, we should, in theory, try to capture some of that inside the logo as well. We're going kind of round with this project. Oh. Okay. on a curve. Camera? I mean, camera's in an okay place, but it doesn't cover or it doesn't look at the full screen. Or don't listen to me. It is fine. It's just placement, I guess. You need to focus on the top like third of the page, because if I draw something down here, you're not gonna see it. Throw it a little high. Throw it a little high. A little high, and I'll draw a little smiley face. But you can't see it. Draw a little smiley face, but you can't see it because of the way everything is set up, and my desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. We'll just keep this page open for reference as well. Okay. I was not looking forward to logo. Logo. Too tough. Too tough, too difficult. Logo. Okay. Stop writing random words, Jojo. You need to focus. Okay, so Black. Pokemon Black. Takes place in a city where maybe I'll just write down words that I come up with. So Pokemon City. What other things are associated with Pokemon Black? Reshiram. I don't actually Reshiram. Don't actually know how to spell that. not off the bat, at least. Reshiram. So fire. Reshiram is a fire type Pokemon. Maybe we could use that. Maybe we can Pokemon Black. So we get Black. And then maybe there's some fire. Does that make any sense? And maybe since Zekrom is an electric type, we can add some electric part on the K or something. Now, I feel like that's probably a little too much for a logo. However, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Unlike prior, where I was mostly just goofing off, we actually might have something a little bit more Pokemon, I suppose. And then maybe Reshiram's tail is here. Okay. That's not great either. That's not great. I don't like logos. I mean, I like logos. I don't like trying to make a logo for this. I tried in the first stream a little bit too, since my drawing tablet broke. And I got like, I did an L and an A, and or I did a thing, but I got like an L and an A. Then I really liked it. Kind of looked like this. I was like, this doesn't say Pokemon, but it definitely says something else, and I like it, but not what I needed. Logos are difficult to make. You can see it takes a lot of effort just to even brainstorm one thing. We're probably gonna try to keep working with something like that, because in the end I don't really got any other ideas at this moment. We had other people to bounce this idea off. Be nice. Okay, Black. All capital letters, I'm thinking. I'm thinking the logo does need to be capital. Okay. So, just looking at things. Huh. How can I do any of this? The answer is I can't. Can't do any of this. Ah! Yeah. What kind of shapes do we have? Okay, black. So we'll start with a B. What kind of things can we do with the B? So I don't know. I put the fire on it. What if we just fire on everything? The whole thing is on fire. Or maybe what is it? Reshiram's wing shape. Kind of pointy. Kind of pointy. That's weird. That's weird. It's also not like the most, you know, obvious pieces of Pokemon that you would probably end up using as part of the logo. Usually if you do that, you use something a little more obvious. Like Sword and Shield is a good example where, I don't know, we'll just draw this sword from Pokemon Sword for a second. And it just has a doggo head on it. You know? I kind of want something like that. Something like that that says Reshiram that is also, you know, good. Makes sense. Playing the game probably would have been really, really valuable at this point. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It's already been half an hour and I'm struggling. Struggling. Maybe I will just switch right on over to the to the computer. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, well, switching over to Illustrator. I don't actually have many good ideas for this, so I gotta move my computer, my other computer, my little secondary device, we can call it, up. So we're in Adobe Illustrator, of course. This is where most of your logos will be made. Okay. So we're gonna start by writing the word black. Very tiny. Shape. Make it bigger. Picking a font. Nope, that's not what I wanted. You probably still want something kind of clean and nice. You know what? When all else fails, you use Helvetica. When all else fails, use Helvetica. Everything looks good in Helvetica. Helvetica, there we go. Okay. Into the type. And we'll just put this whole thing in cap. Okay. Can we just leave it like this? Can we just leave it like this? I'm struggling, I really am. Maybe I should have done a little more planning for this in advance. Ping Kamali. I'm gonna be honest, I was here since the stream started, but I didn't know how to say hello, so this is me saying hello. Well, hello there. Thanks for coming around. Good to have you here. Also, I saw thanks for the follow. Good to have you here. No problem. Well, hi. You know, sorry about my awkwardness. You probably, well, since you were here from the start, you know that I'm struggling to try to come up with a way to make a logo for Pokemon Black. Because, of course, I'm redesigning the cover. And now I need to come up with some way to make a feasible and possible logo for this. And the issue is that that's a lot easier said than done. I mean, I could just, I don't know. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Escape. We'll command C that. This should. Okay, yeah. We'll do that, and maybe we'll create a gradient. Work. Oh, I'm not doing a great job with this. I could be doing so much better. Nope. What if we do that? What? Okay, wait. Maybe I need to. Oh yeah. I guess we can't put a gradient on letters that probably doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about it. Okay. Or we could. Anyways, I don't think I asked, but how are you? If you want to answer, if you're still hanging around, of course. But I don't know. Gradient in the center. That's the easy way out. That's the really easy way out. I'm doing good. Just hang out. That's okay. Oh, thanks for hanging out. Good having you here to hang. Good to having anyone hanging out, honestly. Okay, wait. There's a thing that I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm not using the hand cam anymore, so I can take that camera down and turn it off. I completely forgot it was up there. It's my phone, and it would kind of suck if it fell on my other device, because then it's up down and things break, and oh geez, that would suck. That would suck. Not that it's going to break, but I don't want to take the risk. Okay. How? Okay. Of course, easy way out. Gradient. Little bit of. Put this in the back. I don't mind, that look in general, but I think we need a little bit more oomph. A lot of oomph, actually. A lot of oomph. Okay. Oh, I hate this. I mean, I love graphic design. I love logos. I don't love trying to make this right now. Okay. Maybe wait, file. I'm doing a thing. While I'm doing this thing, I'm just gonna switch back to the like main screen just in case something goes. I'm going to do it shouldn't, because I have it set up so that it only appears like the Illustrator screen. But just to be easy on myself, do I still have the picture of Reshiram that I downloaded? Okay. Having this open might help me a lot. Okay. This might help me a lot. So, I threw the picture of Reshiram that I had in the, what's it called? Into the program so that we can look at kind of what shapes we're working with. How can I use Reshiram in a Pokemon? So I think I'll just start by grabbing the basic shape of his head. And then we'll take basic shape of his head. A little bit of spice. And maybe we'll flip that black. Okay. Throw it onto the bee. Throw it onto the bee. Um, I'm not vibing with that. I'm not vibing with that either. Take it again. What did I throw it onto the other bee? Still not good. Still not good. Maybe instead of trying to do my own unique thing, I can do something similar to what they do with the original Pokemon Black. Something a little more box. Where is... Yeah. Something a little more... This is a black letter font family. So, the dick. Thick lines. I don't know what I'm doing. It will add a stroke. Color that, I don't know, gray. You adding a stroke. Throw that in the back. So that's very similar to what kind of already exists. Maybe you can play around with the head again, or the basic shape. We'll need to change it up a bit. Okay, then fill. What if, Oh, you know what? I'll just tell some stories. I don't really know what I'm doing, admittedly. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. That is an absolute oxymoron, I suppose. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad because I don't know what I'm doing. If I... No. None of that. Absolutely none of that. Not having it. Not working. Maybe I could just come up with a different name for the game. Since I'm making up a cover for it, what if I just come up with a different name? I don't think I can come up with a better name. Don't think I could get a better name than Pokemon Black, because it is. Many struggles are being had right now, and it's okay to struggle sometimes. This is all part of the creative process in the end. If everything just worked out, that would be too easy. It wouldn't be much fun, we should say, to just have, things working. So maybe. Now this is a silly thought. So I'm gonna draw a nice curvy. Draw a curvy line. I think you'll be able to figure it out. Thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. I think I'll get something too. I am not ever gonna claim that it's ever gonna be as strong of a design as basically anything that the Pokemon company has already or hasn't already done. Now, maybe. Ooh. There's something in my brain tingling. Okay, so this is a silly thought. Silly thought. Okay, it's probably not actually that silly. So I drew this curve, kind of thinking it's like we can draw like Reshiram's dragonish hair in a curve, and then kind of wrap that around the word to create a little bit of a interesting shape. Because this is boring, but it might just be boring because it doesn't have much shape. It's all very, very, very boring, very flat. So I'm gonna draw. I don't know. We're just gonna start with a couple random straight lines. I'm gonna curve them around into a fancy a dragon swoopy hair thing. Oh, some nice straight boxy looking lines. And then when the neat thing is with Illustrator, you can draw, or you can take your straight lines and make them kind of curvy in the end. Whenever I'm drawing something in Illustrator, I always draw the curvy line after. Like you can take your line and then what is the command for this? Oh yeah, you just hold down and then you can draw a nice curvy shape like that. But I never do that. I just use a certain little keyboard command that allows me to turn the pen into like a curvy drawing. Now this isn't really what it looks like. Or I mean it is, but it isn't. But I think it's a little too big. It's a little too big. I should probably just draw it right on or the logo. Okay, wait. Transform will reflect the head back. We'll put the head up here. Nope. Put the head up here. We'll take this guy. We'll put him there. And then we'll draw the hair off of it. We'll draw the hair off of it. And I might actually, you know, do the proper curvy line instead of trying to, you know, draw them after the fact. Another thing is that it will automatically curve like the next line after, and then you accidentally get this kind of awkward straight point. But you can fix that too. So that's not as a big a deal as it might. So we'll just yeah. Something is tickling my brain there. Something is tickling my brain. In a good way. Okay, and then we'll just whoop. Maybe we'll cut it here or shorten it here. Curve 1, 2. Whoosh. And we'll get some fabulous dragon hair. We can go in and then round out some of these curves a little bit so they're a little less awkwardly straight. And then we'll just fill this shape in black. Might take these guys, actually, you know, switch them to white there. White element. Okay. Pick this guy up and we'll put him on the dark background off the canvas. I can't say that this is the best idea I've ever had. The bee is a little bit obscured, but I think maybe we can take it down and put this guy on top. It is interesting, and it definitely does have a little bit of a Pokemon feel, rather than being more what's it called? Like the other logo I tried to make. It feels Pokemon. It has a bit of a Pokemon feel. I think what we really need is just to change the letters. I like this. Maybe the head shape needs to change. There needs to be some edits into this shape as well. But this definitely adds a lot of shape to the design that it didn't have before, which I like. Gives it a little bit of personality. We might just add that, and pressure rim actually has much more spiky, so we'll just add more spikies along here. Beautiful spikies. Look at all the spikies. So many spikies. I don't think that's quite the right shape. We might go back over here. Take a better shape of the head. Just in general. Yes, this is a little bit crazy. This is a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. When I just want a nice clean shape, though, this is usually how I get a nice shape. Like that. Now, a lot of those head spikes are probably actually gonna go missing in the logo itself. Also, shape is no longer quite right. Okay, so we need this, but a little more of this. Need to fuse the two together, if that makes any sense. Well, actually, maybe it's not necessarily that. Turn that up. Turn that up. And we'll just wait. Get rid of that point. Nope. Actually, get rid of that one too. And then is this gonna work? Not overly, but we add a outline, we can like reclaim some of the shape of the head a little bit. No, not quite what I'm. Not quite what I'm. So we'll just go right back to the other head. Just make the spikes a little bit more substantial than the first time around. I did a little more substance in the spikes. And then here's what I'm gonna completely change everything. Up, more points. Editor. Oh wait, I even need more points that I made. Okay, more points. Even more points. Okay, that should be enough. And that. We'll just make that the color of the background, so now we'll have to, of course, change that, but you get the Reshiram head shape with a little bit of the dragon hair mixed in. I think that's actually that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Need to change this guy. I'm gonna delete a bunch of these points. Don't need them. Delete this guy, and up here that, add it here. It's a work in progress. Actually, I'm not quite hating this, admittedly. We have the shape of a head. We have the shape of a restaurant head. It's little dragon hair. It's dragon hair. I feel like it sounds a little bit like I'm saying dragon hair. It's dragon hair. not Dragonair. It actually, you know what? Actually kind of looks like Dragonair too. Take a circle, throw it right there. Now it's a Dragonair. As in the Pokemon. Not dragon hair, it's a Dragonair. A little bit lumpy, but a little bit lumpy is okay. A little bit lumpy is okay. But no, seriously, I think I got something with this one. There's something tickling my brain a little bit with that one. Maybe we don't even need to like do much more. Because I'm looking at this now. I'm looking at this. I put Poke or the word back in. And other than, you know, this area around the B, I like it. I like it, admittedly. I don't... It's nice. It's good. This is a very solid together thing. And I don't even think it really has anything to do with that. I think it's just that the head is a little too big, that we can get away with, you know, getting rid of this point. Okay. Pulling this in a little bit. So the head is, well, a little more streamlined, I suppose is what I want to say. And then we got something that I kind of dig it. We might add like an outline in some color around the entire shape to help push it all together. Because of course the hair that I drew, the little tassel, whatever we want to call it, only goes as far as the A, which kind of puts the C and the K a little outside. They feel a little separate, if that makes any sense at all. The L is also covered a little bit now that I'm thinking about it, that it doesn't quite show up quite as well as it maybe needs to, so we might need to make the dragon hair a little bit smaller. Change up the shape a little bit, make the L a little more apparent. Actually, probably this too, and that corner. I did not round that one. Okay. Little more streamlining everything, maybe. I do actually like it, though. I like it. I think it's a not bad. Not bad. This part will need to be cut out of these shapes. So we're just gonna take this tool. I like this tool. This is my favorite tool in Illustrator. It's called the Shape Builder tool. And you can just take any shape pretty much out of any other shape. Now, it's not abundantly obvious when you look at it. But as you can see, when I deleted that one part, you now see the B through the head of the dragon. We'll just group this. Oh, if we group the whole dragon together, though, it's gonna flatten, and then the black won't show up. And again, we can you know, we won't have that layered, but we can just group everything together so that when we pick it, it's gonna move all on its own. Yeah, actually, I'm working with this. This is working for me right now. This is working. It's a very stretch away from, you know, the source material, but we're going to stretch away from the source material in the cover just in general. What's it called? Like, my Reshiram doesn't look anything like Reshiram at all. Or guess I can't say it doesn't look anything like Reshiram at all, but it definitely doesn't look. It look. How do I put it? It looks like Reshiram. It looks like Reshiram, but it is an action pose. It is more interesting, a little more substance. Okay. You know what? I like this. I like this. It's good. It has some personality. It's got an interesting shape. Gonna create an outline for it so that it can have a bit of its own background. And we'll see kind of how that looks. For now, we're just gonna outline. It's hard to do like background or outlines for shapes and letters and stuff. What I did last time is, or what I did by just adding an outline to the shape won't necessarily work with clear face. I mean, it will get like most of the way there, but I want to have the outline around it. So that means I have to draw it. Luckily, though, since I did uppercase letters, everything is already the same height. Everything's already the same size. So it's just a question of drawing a nice outline around our second little our addition, our beautiful addition. Honestly, though, this is literally giving me happiness right now. I am very pleased with the outcome that I got. I was a little concerned, admittedly, at the very beginning of this. I was a little concerned that I wouldn't be able to come up with something that kind of not necessarily rivals, but feels Pokemon. Feels like if you were to actually see my game cover, it would look like something they would actually, put out and sell. I don't know if we're actually gonna get to that. If it's gonna look that good or anything. But I'm happy with it currently. Happiness is important. We'll make sure everything is the same level. It kind of actually reminds me of the logo for like not necessarily with a different Pokemon game, but like the one new generation of cards. Or I don't know if that's the right way to put it either. You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll just take this guy. Bam. Bring it back. Change the color. We'll just change the color to something random. I'm not going to use this purple, but change the color to something random. Thinking about it now, these spaces are too big. We need more points. Need to change some stuff. Oh no, that didn't work. It didn't add the points to the path. It added the points just randomly. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, let's do a graphic designer. Let's do your graphic designer. It doesn't make much sense. Okay. Also, for some reason, I'm having trouble selecting what I want. So, we're just gonna lock the logo and then we just work with the what's it called. Yeah. Much better. Much better. And whoop. do that. Another point. I need another point. I need all of the points in the whole wide world. I don't know if I like it with that look, actually. Like, the space is too big. Don't get me wrong. I am 100% certain that the space is too big. But I don't know if I like how these spaces... But maybe I just need to get, the other part done. I guess I should say that, it's absolutely necessary. Because I did put this little spot with the K initially. I did draw around that. Also need to probably draw around here too. Though I like it. It actually, if it was not necessarily the context of trying to make a logo for Pokemon, looking at what I kind of have, if I take out the entire idea that this is Pokemon, that the white little thing there is Reshiram, it kind of makes me think of a energy drink almost. I don't know, something about the colors say energy drink. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay. So it's not just me. It's not just me. That's good. That's good. I like it though. I like it. If this was not for Pokemon, I think this would be a pretty good logo just on its own. I think I'm saying I think a lot. I think a lot. You can see that my brain indeed works on occasion. Yeah, no, but currently this is working for me. This is working for me right now. And I like how it's working. We'll just round this out again. He is a little bit awkward. But I think Still saying I think I see. Not quite enough. Ooh, this is gonna be awkward because you want it about to have the same, width between everything. But that's gonna be hard to do in this particular spot. Or I could just do that. That works. That probably didn't necessarily make much sense either. Also, our rulers. We're putting down the rulers so I can actually get an idea of height all the way along. See, there's a lot of different heights going on. We want to probably keep everything about the same height so that everything looks kind of nice. So we gotta change some stuff. We're just gonna go. Yeah. And it already looks a little visually better with everything about the same height. The issue is the C, because if we put it down to the actual height, it's gonna look awkward. So the C is just gonna have to be a little bit above. Honestly, anyone without really a trained eye probably wouldn't notice if anyone didn't point it out. I can say that I certainly wouldn't have noticed. I probably wouldn't even notice now that even after like 3 years of school. 3 years of school. 3 years of school, and this is what I'm using it for. Oh, Mom, Aunt, you're all gonna be so proud of me once you see what I've done. Actually, no, they are proud of me. And I'm proud of myself too. That's an awkward way to put it. That's an awkward conversation. No? I was gonna say awkward conversation, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't really think so. I think it's the... Yeah, I was just drinking some water if any weird sounds happen, just in case. And I closed the lid of my water bottle as well, just in case anyone heard that click. Just for the sake of, explaining things, I guess. For the sake of still talking. I talk too much. Why does JoJo talk so much? I don't know. Probably because she's lonely. Okay. That's not the right way. What am I? I want that. Nope, I want that. And I'm trying to use the keyboard shortcuts a little bit right now. Okay. Why can't I? What? There we go. I don't know why it didn't want to work for a second there. Depend. And then that here, that over there. Hold it back up. Get nice same height everywhere. And beautiful. And I'm just saying. No, I mean it. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with tingling my brain cells nicely. All we have to do is do this, and then that's done. And then we might add a little more, and change the colors, of course. I'm not leaving it as this purple blue color. It looks really blue on stream by the looks of it, but on my computer, or my second screen, I suppose, or second device, it looks purple. It's purple. I like how colors can look vastly different on different screens too. I like how that works. It all depends on the computer and how the screen was calibrated. That's not what I want. I want the ruler. I want to move the ruler out of the way again. And then we just add 3 points along here. Nope. Gotta make sure I'm actually selected the right thing. I think this corner right here is going to be a little awkward to do. Because you got a curve and then you got this triangle point. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe it won't. Okay. Nice. I think this guy is done. I mean, other than changing the shape or the colors a little bit. But there's our logo. There's our logo. Command G, all that, so it's nice and big and stuck together. It did not command. Right. I realized my mistake. It was half of it was locked. And now we can. No, I didn't command G. Group. G is for grouping, and I group basically everything together. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I said it before, I'll say it again. I like it. It does a little bit, at least a little bit, say energy drink, but I like it. Okay, now the really hard part is coming up with a way to make a Pokemon logo, because there's absolutely no way that I could ever create that. But then again, I could be wrong. Maybe I'll make the best looking Pokemon-ish logo ever. Or maybe I'll just write Pokemon in a nice font on the cover, so I don't have to try to make a logo that could compete, because I know I can't. I'm absolutely sure that I cannot do that. Okay. Outline those letters. So now they're shaped. Another thing that they taught me to do in school is not just to use the font face as is or the typeface as is for logos, because yeah, you need to make sure you add a little bit of customization to your logo or your typeface. I also rounded the corners on the what's it called a bit. I think now we're kind of down to that part. I want this corner to be rounder. I want this corner to be rounder. Everything else is fine. This is good. This is good. I'm okay with it. I say that a lot today. I say that a lot. I'm saying everything. So repetitive. Am I annoying? I'm probably but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll tell a story instead. I said I was gonna tell a story earlier, but I just got so distracted. I got so distracted trying to, just talking about things that were easy. So, story. I had an experience last night. Oh my goodness. this was something else. This was something else. I did not expect it. It was the middle of the night, okay? 4 a.m. Which is kind of the middle of the night, kind of not, but don't worry about that part. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I'm sleeping. I'm doing my thing. I need to get up to go to the bathroom. This is unimportant. As I was getting ready to go back to bed, I noticed that there was a sound. There was a pretty loud sound. And I never heard this sound before, and I was sitting there like, what the sound is that? This is the middle of the night. Don't tell me someone's doing something stupid outside. So I opened the window to see if I could hear it, if it sounded like it was coming from outside. And the thing is, it didn't. It didn't sound like it was coming from outside, and I was very concerned. Very concerned. I was like, that doesn't sound good. So I start looking around. I walk around the house a little bit. I'm like, okay, we gotta figure out where this sound is. So as I journey on through the household, I get closer and closer. I hear it, and I realize it's coming from the water. And I look at the time. It's 4 a.m. Now, for context, my mother, she works midnight, and right around 4 a.m. is when she has her lunch. And I was like, okay, so I'll text mom to tell her that something weird is going on with the water softener. And I sent her a text like, oh, hey, the water softener is making a weird sound, and maybe I'll just read the text chain because I thought it was kind of funny. I'm just gonna open up my phone and read the text. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah. So this was quite the message, honestly. Okay, well. Morning. The water softener is making a pretty loud sound, and I'm not sure if I should unplug it. No response just yet. I can call you if you want to hear it. It sounds like it's struggling to pull in water or something, because that's kind of what it sounded like. It kind of sounded like the sound you make or you hear when when you're trying to drink from like a straw or something. But it wasn't. But it just won't. What's it called? Like there's not much water left, I should say, to be had. So oh my phone closed again. I need to type in the password again. Anyways, so a couple minutes later, it was like 2 minutes later, I was still waiting for a response. It's like, update, sound has changed, it's very different, even louder. And then my mom, she mistyped. She wrote unplug it. She meant unplug it. But she messed that part up. So it was unplug it. And I said, unplug, you mean? I will. She's like, yes. And then I was like, okay, it didn't work. It's still making the sound, and it was. It was still making a very loud sound. It was still making a very loud sound. And she's like, turn the 2 knobs on top. And I said, okay, they're tough. I finally got it, and it wasn't making a sound anymore. Yeah, it was scary. I honestly thought that it was going to suddenly just break apart or something. Anyways, was that a weird story to tell? Maybe a little bit. And then I told her to have a good finished night at work, and I went back to doing nothing. AKA sleeping, because I didn't work at that time, or I didn't. I work. I have a job. Don't worry. I'm not working on the job today. I have an actual job. Wow. I work retail. Boo. I don't know. I don't know what color to put in the background. Because black and white is obvious, because of course black and white. And I can't really take a color from Reshiram, because Reshiram is just all white, unless you take it shiny, which has yellow rings around its neck. Should we just maybe call out the shiny version of Reshiram with that? But the yellow or the white doesn't really show up below, though. That is one issue. Could make it a darker yellow. Okay. But the gradient needs to go. I thought the gradient added... I think it adds a little something, honestly. It adds a little more... something to the text. And having something on the text is nice. Okay, so command shift C, and then we'll shift B right on top. Yeah, that's another thing. Throw that into all of them. Turn the opacity way down on that white. Oh, it didn't work. Me to do. Okay, see. Did that work this time? No. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I do think the text does need something to give a little something. Like, it just looks plain now, but maybe plain is just how I should leave it. Maybe I should just leave it as is at the moment. And then we can figure that out, you know, the rest of this later. Also, I accidentally put this in the same group. We're just get rid of the group. Okay. Group that all together. Okay. We'll just move on to Pokemon. Okay. Also, you need a special. We can't just have normal. How do you? Nope, that's. Trying to remember how you throw the accent up there. Okay, that's how you throw the accent. There we go. Yes, I know how to type accent. Only that accent. Only that accent. I don't know any of the other ones. But I think you can just put it on basically any lever. Like, if I do that and put an O under there. Oh no, I deleted it! It's okay, I remember how to do it now. Okay, so this is the same font as... Ooh! Wait a minute. Maybe instead of just doing something separate, Pokemon Black, it gets all combined into just one logo. This is a little bit smaller. No, no, no. Combine it all into one logo. Probably. Honestly, that does tickle the brain again. It does. It does. It really does. There's. I say that a lot today, actually. I just got a lot of things up there saying hello. Like, ooh. That made no sense at all. Absolutely no sense at all. Now we're just gonna keep this guy on the sideline because I kind of like the way that works, but we don't want that. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do want that, but we're not gonna go that route just yet. Marker felt. Marker felt. Wait. Oh, wait, my teachers are gonna hate me if I see this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do I not have? Yes, I do have it. Comic Sans! Oh yeah, Comic Sans, bro. The one, the only, and the Comic Sans. Pokemon Black. It absolutely would not. Okay. Pokemon Black, but Pokemon is in Comic Sans. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try a thing. Now we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this particular thing. But oh, maybe we are. But I'm gonna do it. Okay, text on a no, not text. Circle text on a line, please. Text on a path. Delete it. D-O. Pokemon. Pokemon. Okay. I don't like where it appeared on the line, but don't worry about that part. And then, oh wait, A and E are in the wrong order. We'll just take that. We'll make it even bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we got a slightly rounded Pokemon logo. The Pokemon in Comic Sans. It's Pokemon in Comic Sans. My teachers are going to find out and they're gonna say, Jojo, I'm very disappointed in you. I can't believe you used Comic Sans. I can't believe you used Comic Sans. I mean, I could. Still. That just stretched the text a bunch. I'm not gonna use Comic Sans, just so we're clear. I'm just poking fun at Comic Fancy engraved. Who wouldn't fit? Ariel. And so that's interesting. I didn't know I had this Ultra. Oh wait, I remember why I downloaded it. Okay, I remember. I never was a this was a neat project, but I don't even know how to explain it. But it was a neat project. Thinking about it now, I don't think I actually completely finished that one. That one was just kind of one that I started on my own just for the fun of it. And yeah. Okay. How does that look in lower? Or not lower? It's also weird because other than the E, all the letters are like uppercase. What if we... I'm just thinking about the Pokemon logo for a second. After the E, they're all everything is upper. Weird. I'm thinking about the original. Maybe the O's are lowercase. It actually has a very interesting shape. Not gonna lie. This back to ultra. That is interesting. This is an interesting shape. It also, despite being in a very modern typeface that I, set it to, it also has a very playful look when you make it ultra and have some letters uppercase, some letters lowercase. Which, for a general kids game, you probably would want that. Okay, well, I guess we'll just play around with this font for a little bit and see if we can come up with. Well, actually, move some stuff around. Ooh, interesting. This point had 2 points. That makes any sense. So, this point, for some reason, when they were making this font, I guess they didn't connect everything quite right. Because when you look here, you get a second point, which is interesting. But I'm gonna delete it so we get a nice straight line. And that up there, that up there. Kind of looks like the Team Magma logo. That M right there looks like the Team Magma logo. Team Magma was fun, I guess. I don't know. I when it comes to Pokemon games, I tend to play the ones that are, blue colored rather than red colored. I like blue, so Sapphire, Pokemon X. I actually played Shield, not Sword, though, so that didn't necessarily follow the rules. Not that these are hard and fast dead rules, though. So if I want to break the rules, I can. I'm allowed to break the rules. Wow. Yes. Interesting. What if we add a little bit of a curve to the K? That's weird. I think I like it, but not that curve. Just a slight curve to give it a little bit of extra space. Is all that I'm really. Actually, I don't mind. We'll add the slight curve to the P and probably the N as well, so that they look a little more similar, I guess. And we'll do it on both sides of the N. Okay. Escape, and we'll C. Ungroup all this stuff so that the letters are separate. We can push them around a little bit. See if we can get, something that feels Pokemon. We definitely would have to add, some outlines. We'll just add an outline stroke. Okay, we'll need to be on top of that E. Outline also a little bit thicker. The E on top of the M, the O on top of the M as well. The M can just. Okay, wait. I'm gonna back out of this. We're gonna. Oops. I'm gonna take all these Command C. I'm just gonna paste this elsewhere. That way, if I'm working on something and I kind of mess up and I don't like it, I can, you know, go back and pick something else. You know? Yeah. Or not necessarily how I'm into it. Like, I'm gonna try to condense all this down into something nice, into a nice dish shape. But then I also want to, what's it called? Have a spare in case I mess up to the point I don't like it and then I need to go back. But you can't really go back once you've gone to a certain point, you know? So I just have a spare version. Also, refill those outlines, I guess. Or remake those outlines. Take this, put it up here. Add a little more weight to the outline. Maybe not that. Maybe not. 3 is a little too much, and then 2 is not quite enough. It's mostly the E, so maybe the E has 2, and then like the other guys can get like. E is gonna look a little bit awkward next to them, but hopefully we'll be able to make it so no one knows. This is very similar to the official logo, is my only thought though. Like it would kind of be like the knockoff version. You know how you can get like knockoff Pokemon cards, knockoff Pokemon toys and stuff, merch, whatever you want to call it. It's like that. This is knockoff Pokemon. All my work knockoff Pokemon. Okay. Wait, going back down. Just light angle, still playful, kind of very much like normal Pokemon. We definitely want to change the angle of this. The accent shape is rotate that a little bit more. Maybe the outlines are what's making it kind of look like the real Pokemon logo, and if I get rid of the outline. No outlines. Goodbye outline. It's not quite as readable, but it doesn't look as much like the original. We can probably come up with a way to make it so that it is readable as what we want it to be. The colors will also be changed on that, and I think I'll try to keep the colors similar to the original in terms of like that logo maybe. I don't know. I don't quite know. We want a little bit of a curve. Maybe we want a little bit of a curve. I tried to make a little bit of a curve, but the issue is a little hard to see where the curve actually would go. So we make a little curvy line so we can see it. Seeing is believing. So. I think I hear somebody coming. Okay. Probably not coming in this direction, but somebody nonetheless. And somebody, I think I know who it is. my mom. My lovely, lovely mother. Because there's no one else home, and if it's not her, I don't know who it is. There's no one else home right now. Don't worry about that. Probably heading to the laundry room. Oh. I think if we take, you know, these center very round letters, we give them a bit of a stroke, while the other letters don't have one. It kind of makes it kind of readable. No. I mean, yes, in a way, but also no. And by I mean no is like it's too weird if not everything has an outline of some kind. It looked weird without everything matched. So if we're gonna do this and have an outline, it's going to need to have an outline. All of it's going to need to have an outline. Basically, is what I'm saying. Also, this is still very. Okay. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't fight it. Maybe I shouldn't fight it. Maybe I should go all in for Pokemon looking logo. Still has a little bit of its own look, own stuff. If we change all to Pokemon colors, now it really looks like knockoff Pokemon. Pokemon, the original knockoff. I'm just gonna do this joke again. Pokemon, the original knockoff. You know, it screams knockoff now. It screams knockoff. So I think we're gonna need to completely change the colors. Cancel. Just Command Z. Just put everything back to the black and white. Just so we got, you know, a base of colors, I suppose. I don't know if that's the right way to put it either. Probably isn't. Probably isn't. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know. If I put this and this together, they do at the very least look like the logos, yes. Kinda might want to just go right back to that. Go right back to that. Instead of trying to fight with it. Because of course, I just made knockoff Pokemon. Here we go, here we go. The OG knockoff. There we go. I probably didn't need to put that on there, but I did. And we'll write the OG knockoff in Comic Sans for the fun of it. Oh, it's in Comic Sans. Delicious. Wonderful. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. I don't know. I do like it. Okay, I'll keep saying it. I like it. But it's too similar. It's too similar. All that's different is like the way the E is kind of turned, and I guess the letter shapes are very different. Also, the N looks weird, so I'm changing the size of that. Maybe the width of the N too. And the K is gonna get a little bit thinner as well. And the P. We're just thinning everything up. Might as well just go all in. Everything gets a little bit of a weight loss. The weight loss program you all want. Slim. Mm. Shrink these down a little bit more. A little bit. I don't know. We get rid of the outline again? Got rid of the outline again. What if I, take the negative space and just delete that? Okay. Before I go too far with this, Command C, Command V. So we're gonna do this on a copy of it. Negative space can be a powerful tool in design. It does also create a bit of a modern look. I change, give it a blue color. It looks weird. What if I do that and then I put this guy underneath? Or have, this guy. Fancy. We'll take a white version. We'll lay it over. But we'll change. Okay, that is one way. It adds a bit of a outline. What if, now we add an outline. We add an outline, a black outline to the white letters. Black outline to the white letters. Okay. Add a little bit. Oh. Oh. It says Pokemon, but I kind of actually think it also says like morning breakfast cereal. Like sugary morning breakfast cereal. We change the way things line up a little bit from letter to letter. Not sure. Wait. I don't know. It strays a little more away from Pokemon like this, I think. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I goofed. Kind of thing. See that. And okay. Now everything's through. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Wait, cancel. Cancel, that's not what I want. Okay, and that. What if we, instead of just having a uniform line, use the preset like lines and see if that. And with the background, we might be able to just burn off the lines for the letters that we don't necessarily want it on. Interesting. Interesting, but I don't like it. No, I do not like. Not quite right. That's not what I wanted either. Oops. all of the lines. No outline. This is a struggle. I expected it to be a struggle. There might not be any point in trying. We're also almost at 2 hours. Surprisingly enough, I think we actually did pretty good today. Overall, everything said and done, I think I made pretty decent progress throughout the entire stream. Wouldn't have thought so, with the first half hour being mostly me struggling with the hand cam, trying to come up with something that I kind of sort of like. But now I have something. I at the very least have the Pokemon or the black logo for just the game title. The logo looks sick. I'm glad you think so. I worked very hard on it. I worked very hard on it. Thank you. I don't know. It does look really cool. It does look really cool. I'm excited to see how it looks with everything else. I think this one definitely taps into a little more of the newer Pokemon logo design, with adding elements from the Pokemon itself into the logo, which I'm very excited about. I think it's good. It's good. And then it's just coming up with something for Pokemon. Like, I could leave it like this and just, instead of trying to fight it, like I said, instead of trying to fight it, because of course the only other thing I come up with kind of already looks very much like the original. Just have it like this, and maybe take a little more of a mature tone going forward with the rest of the project as a whole. Admittedly, I don't actually have that much more of the project to go. Like, I was initially mostly just planning on doing like the logo and the cover art with a background, and all that's really left is to come up with something for the background. I did consider maybe doing some of the other elements. Like, I'm assuming you've probably seen, I'm assuming, of course, that you may have seen a wait, where was I going with this? I'm assuming you've probably seen a Nintendo DS cover before. If you haven't, that's fine. But even just a game cover, it has a lot of other things, like a little sticker that tells you the rating. And some of them have, okay, I'm just gonna look at the cover for Pokemon Soul Silver real quick. Like, it has a bunch of other stuff, like, of course, a rating, the company logo. Nintendo DS has a nice little white banner on the side that has Nintendo DS on it, which adds some details and just other little things. Now, I was only going to do the front cover because the back cover of Pokemon games is a lot of words and stuff, and well, like doing layouts and everything, I don't think I like doing them on stream. I haven't tried it before though, so I couldn't tell you if I like trying to do a layout or on stream, I should say. Maybe if I get ambitious, I'll tackle the back. The back also has another illustration of our Pokemon trainers and like our 3 starter Pokemon, so I'd have to draw another thing because I don't think anyone would be very happy if I just take one from online. I mean, maybe no one would care that much, but I'm probably already towing the line, and I know that Game Freak and Nintendo are not always necessarily the nicest to content creators, in the sense that they sometimes what was I gonna say? Not that they're not nice, but they don't really. They're a little harder when it comes to copyright, I suppose. Like, I'm already towing the line pretty close here. I have like 5 previous streams of me drawing Reshiram and everything on my YouTube channel. Just the VODs of it. Nothing has happened yet, but if someday that would just take off, Game Freak might notice and they'd be like, no, you can't be doing that. You can't be making your own game cover. I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't be too upset about it because people can like fan art and everything, and I could just, it's fan art. I don't know. I have lots of concerns. My biggest concern is the OG knockoff, the original Pokemon knockoff. Yeah, I'm drinking more water now. That's my biggest concern. I could just, Pokemon. That's weird. That's weird. Don't worry. But seriously though, I think this was good progress today in this stream. I'm very happy with the progress that I made over today. So in the next stream, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna end up doing in the next stream now that I'll have to do some soul searching, I suppose, and try to determine how I want to move forward in terms of the actual, logo. If I'm just gonna stick this word, which looks very nice, particular font. It looks very nice, clean, beautiful. I love it. Anyways, if I'm just gonna stick the word on there and kind of go for a more mature-looking Pokemon game, or try to capture some of the kid-like energy again with something that doesn't look quite as obviously knockoffable. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess I'll just change my scene now, and we'll just, yeah. The stream is. I think I'm done here. I think I'm done here in terms of everything. It was a good day, and thank you, King Kamuli. Thank you for hanging out. It was great having you here. Thank you for visiting. I hope you at least attempted to enjoy my rambles, my rambles and the art, and I hope that it was good enough. Anyways, yeah. So it was good. It was very nice. I was listening. Yeah, I figured you were. I get a lot of people who just kind of say hi and then sometimes pipe in a lot. I guess I'm a lurker-heavy channel. Not that I'm gonna complain about that. I'm perfectly fine with people just sitting around and listening. I am more than content with that. And I am more than content to ramble on for hours. Anyways, yes, no. Thank you for hanging out and listening. I hope you enjoyed the rambles. I hope when you did come and take a look that the quality of the art that was being produced was, at the very least, good enough. Everything is good enough on this channel. It's just good enough. Anyways, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, really, honest. It was lovely having you here. And with that, I should say that I'm going to wish everyone, even if they didn't chat, even if they didn't hang around for long, everyone who showed up and visited, even if it was only for a few moments, I'd like to thank them as well for hanging out and spending a tiny portion of their day with me. And with that, I say farewell. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming out. Bye.